Nobody is going to choose you. You're going to choose yourself. And if you get a wild idea and you see what it is in your life that you want to become, then if you want that more than anything else and you're passionate about it and it gets you up in the morning, you'll arrive there. But just remember, you're going to have to change a lot to get there. And arriving at that future, man, every single day means if you go all in, then you'll make the right choices for yourself on a regular basis, because nobody else is going to do that for you when you see that future and no one else can see it. I've done it enough times in my life where people look at me like I'm crazy, and to them, I am, because I'm unpredictable.
Found that you can achieve almost any goal you set for yourself if you simply take it one step at a time.
Because I want you to realize that you can be, and more than likely are, your worst enemy. And you like to pin the fault on everybody outside of yourself as to why you are not making progress. But let me tell you something. The real enemy that's in the way of your progress is yourself.
If you do the thing in spite of being fearful of doing the thing, that is courage. And if you don't do the thing, even though you felt like doing the thing, that is cowardice.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, come on, man, who are they? Don't believe them, man. Don't believe them. You got to be relentless.
Talking to you, you're going through a storm right now. And I want you to know, whatever you're going through right now, if you can just muster up enough strength to hold on and hold out, if you do not quit, if you do not give up, it's coming, baby. But you just keep on keeping on. And if you persevere, I'm telling you, trouble don't last always. Every storm that's come, it will pass.
Don't you ever let people place their impossibilities on your life. Sometimes the people closest to you that will support you the least. And it's not because that they don't love you. It's because that they ain't never seen it, done it. They're oblivious to it. Some people are too close to you to see your greatness, so please stop going to what's familiar in the proximity to get validation of your gift. But some of us, we go into the people closest to us expecting them to see it, and they never done it. Stop taking advice on how to be successful from people who have never been successful.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in.
One thing is for sure, I feel that I had the power to create my own destiny. I try to visualize every single thing in my life, not only believe it, but really feel it with every cell in my body. And I just want to send a message out there to every young person. Be in the present moment, forget about what happened in the past. Future is something that is just going to happen, but if you want a better future, you create it.
You got to come at it with that whatever it takes mindset. I don't care what I have to go through. I don't care who hurts me, who leaves me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to become the person that I was meant to be. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my family in a better situation.
You've got to bet on you. You believe in everybody else, you clap for everybody else, you support everybody else. But when are you going to look in the mirror and believe in the darn person you see? It's about time for you to believe in you, because you've got it.
You are already enough. And once you can fully accept who you are and where you are, it allows you to navigate where you're going so much easier. Instead of feeling like, I'm not enough until I achieve this thing. I'm not enough until I get this person. My self-worth is in this external thing. No, your self-worth is right here. It's rooted within you.
Never regret making a decision you thought would make you happy, but it didn't. Never blame yourself for things you did that you thought would change your life, but it ended up not working out. You should be proud that you had the courage to give it a try. Not many people have that inside of them. Every experience taught you something valuable. Don't give up now, because everything is leading you to where you need to be.
How to turn nothing into something. First, to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Now, it's hard to call ideas and imagination nothing. So to turn nothing into something, you start with ideas and imagination. Interesting. Ideas that become so powerful in your mind and your consciousness, they seem real to you even before they become tangible. Imagination that is so strong that you can actually see it. You can actually see it.
The difference between successful people and non-successful people is here. You have to change this. So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else.
Stop letting people define you. You're gonna run into people that's friends, family, associates. They ain't winning life. They gave up on their dreams. Their dreams ain't work out because they ain't work their dreams. But y'all don't let them tell you that y'all can't work your dreams. All of y'all got a shot. Be mindful of the information that y'all take in from losers. There's a lot of losers out here. A lot of losers, a lot of people that gave up on their dreams. A lot of people that don't love themselves. Just because they don't love themselves, don't let them put that energy on y'all, the insecurities and the fears on y'all. Y'all got a shot out here.
When you look at someone and you say that man or that woman has something that I don't have, you're telling yourself a justification as to why you can't do it. You're talking yourself out of it. They didn't have that ability either. They got it from showing up every day and executing, and especially when they don't feel like it.
Don't let anybody ever tell you you're not good enough, okay? And so many young people think that they can't, or they don't have the potential, or somebody else is better. Forget everything about it. I mean, you know, if you really want something bad enough, if you really, really want something bad enough, you'll figure out a way to get there. And I really believe if you want something bad enough, you can will it to happen.
When the going gets tough, quitting should never be an option. In every project, there's escape hatches. And if you don't bolt them closed when the going gets tough, boom, away you go. If you're going to quit, quit when you're at your peak, when you're very, very successful. But don't quit because you're tired of paying the price. If you pay the price, the reward is going to be that much sweeter.
It's yours. It's yours to drive. Get up in the morning, write down what you're gonna do in a day. Be happy on your way to your job, even if you don't like it. You gotta be happy on your way to happy. Don't think you're gonna get there and be happy. You carry yourself with you.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not gonna be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
Are born into greatness, and all too often we get resigned into mediocrity because of the toxic information around us. And maybe it's the people around us, and maybe it's the information that we consume. Feeding your fire is the process and the habit of consistently only allowing the most useful information into your orbit. Feeding your fire is a protection mechanism or an idea, which is you can't inspire people if you yourself are de-inspired. Feeding your fire is all about doing whatever it takes on a daily basis, because your days are your life in miniature, and as you live each day, so you handcraft your life.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you going to be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
A few simple disciplines practiced every day. Eliminate the errors and replace it with disciplines practiced. I'm telling you, you can start this process of life change immediately. After today, you don't ever have to be the same again, only by choice.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's gonna disappoint you. I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do.
Your brain will tell you to give up. Your brain is a predicting machine, so it wants certainty. Giving up is certain. So in that moment, brain's gonna tell you that it's easier to give up. But if we're really honest with ourselves, the greatest discomfort of all is living with this feeling inside that you're not living the life you're meant for.
If you keep up your present disciplines and keep up the present pace that you're on, where will you be in 5 years? Boy, it's easy to say, hey, I haven't really thought about that. So now make this note. In 5 years, here's the probability. You will either arrive at a well-designed destination or an undesigned destination. Well-designed or undesigned. And I promise you, 5 years from now, you really don't want to arrive at an undesigned destination. Because you may very well wind up wearing what you don't want to wear, driving what you don't want to drive, living where you don't want to live, maybe doing what you don't want to do. Simply because you didn't design a better destination.
If you don't develop simply the ability to get up when you said you would, to eat what you said you would, to exercise because you said you would, to talk in a way to your kids that's patient because you said you would, you will never have the self-confidence to succeed in any environment. You won't.
You don't need to have everything figured out to start improving your life. Everyone looks for the exact formula to transform into their ideal self. You don't need the exact formula. You honestly don't even really need to know who your ideal self is. You just need to know what to do today in order to wake up a better person tomorrow.
You'll never be as young as you are right now. Don't wait to do shit. The time is now. Everyone knows this old quote of the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And there's lots of things that you probably wish that you did 10 years ago. Lots of things that you probably think, oh, I'm too old to do now. And these are, once again, all limitations because you are the youngest that you're ever going to be today.
Your days are going to pass regardless. This whole week, this whole next week, whether you can slack off or if you really push it, the time is just going to pass. So this time, you got so much of it and it's just rushing away. So, I mean, it's up to you. If the time is going to pass anyway, I think it's worth it to at least try to do something cool.